more sleep after my night shift than I thought I might. But I'm over in this direction, Hampton Way, and dogs need a decent walk. It's brightened up a little bit. It was pouring with rain 10 minutes ago. I have big coat and hood on and wellies, so the chances are it could pour with rain again. Now, for a while, this was one of our sort of OT nights, certainly. Just walking this 2 or 3 times a week, particularly around all the sort of COVID times, because it was quiet out here. I could get away from people. Yeah, it's a really nice place to come. I haven't been out here for quite a while. Talking quite a few weeks now. Now, because I haven't been out here for a while, I've got the dogs on leads to start with until I suss out whether there's any livestock in the immediate sort of vicinity. I can see cow pats, so that's an indication there might be. So when I'm going off on my long walk, we head up there, and that takes us to Redvan Waterfall. Oh, it's all sorts of wonderful areas around here. But we're going to do a shorter one today. So that over there is Meldon Viaduct. It is currently being resurfaced, or it might have actually been done. It might have been last week. So the railway used to run through here. Doesn't anymore, unfortunately, but it is a really, really nice cycle path. I'm going to have to watch my footing as I go down here. Yeah, it's definitely kept me a lot fitter when I was walking this far more often. Right, I can't see any livestock in the immediate area, and mine both come back. Obviously, I've got decent walk recalls, so that's then off. We haven't got a lot of light left of the evening, but it'll be enough for us to do this loop. So I can see a few people have just joined us. So as I was saying, that is Meldon Viaduct over there. And then this quarry face, I have got photos and videos of that at all times of year. I have actually got photos of it with icicles hanging off, which was just amazing. So yeah. Now I can hear the rushing water, so there's obviously a fair bit coming down the waterfall. I did look, and the dam's not running. Good boy. So we know that the dam isn't going to be running. That's fine. So this is just a really nice sort of loop to give the dogs some exercise and get me out. I need this as well. It's going to pour with rain again now. Glad I've got a hood. So there we go. We have got plenty of water running. Coming down off the moors. Always good to see. Let's have a little wander up there before we go and carry on with our walk. So like I say, I've got lots of various walks off this route. We're doing the shortest one today, or shortest circular, because I'm running out of daylight. But let's just have a look at this before we turn back and go the other way. Good boy. Isn't that great? So there we go. I've got 2 happy dogs. I've got water. What more could we want? Right, we're not going to be swimming today, guys. So we better carry on with our walk or I really will run out of daylight. So let's carry on. Good boy. Good girl. Good girl. So we had been dry weather-wise in this area for so long, and then recently, last few days, we've started having a lot more water, and that's the result. This is about a 45-minute circular. I may take a little bit longer today as I'm videoing. But I am very lucky to have these sort of areas for an evening dog walk. Meldon, leave it. Good boy. This way. So obviously I'm keeping an eye out for sheep, cattle, ponies, and if we see any, dogs go straight back on lead. But for now, there's none around. Another clear view over Meldon Viaduct. And I've got that horrible sinking feeling in my wellies because I didn't take the time to tuck my trousers into socks properly. I've got socks falling down. There's a bit of gorse there. Oh, you will hear me get out of breath on these hills, since having COVID again in particular. My breathing's gone to pieces again. But that's why it's important for me to get out there. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? We're on a wet, miserable day, and it's wonderful. Those of you who subscribe will have noticed that although I don't live far from Dartmoor, I don't come up here much in the summer. It's too busy for me with people, lambs, snakes, and it just makes it tricky to walk. Whereas this time of year, on an evening, I've pretty much got it to myself. There we go, I said I'd get out of breath on these hills. This particular walk, this first hill, is the main one. Then, once I'm over the dam, I'll just take a quick breather, then there's another hill upwards on the road, and then it's all downhill until the last bit up from the Blue Pool. So that's our intended route today. And this is just the start of me having a week off work. Nice way to celebrate. I've been on night shifts, so I've missed the daylight in sleeping. So it's just nice to get out. Look at some of these wonderful shaped trees. Aren't they great? Makes brilliant photography around here. Well done, guys. So we don't go that way. Unfortunately, our track off isn't quite yet. That's our first glimpse of dam. But like I say, we've been dry for so long, it's going to be a long time of heavy rain before we see that spilling over. Good boy, Merly. Good boy. He could just. There. Just really happy to be out. So, we're not quite going to the top of that hill, thankfully. Oh, when I first moved here 6 years ago to the area, I was fit enough to do all these walks across Dartmoor. Then I got COVID, long COVID, turned into fibromyalgia, and it's just floored me completely. I don't let it stop me, but it means we revise our routes and do things a lot slower. Right, just coming up the path that we want. This way, guys! Well done. So obviously I don't want the dogs going too far from me in case we do come across livestock. Obviously legal requirements in this country, your dogs are under control, full control at all times. This way! So that means I can stop them or recall them back anytime I want. Now, really clear, since COVID, more people have got dogs and more people have walked these walks. The tracks are getting eroded. If I do the full walk that I do this way, right, so we've got sheep ahead. Well done, guys. So we just pop them on the lead for a minute. Well done. Side. Yeah, good job. So obviously it won't be brilliant filming quality while I'm popping these on lead. Melly, come. Good boy. Good boy. Pop that on you. Good lad. And this is the compromise of walking up here. As long as your dogs have got a really decent recall, good boy, off, and preferably stop whistle. There's no problem whatsoever having them off lead on public rights of way. Out you come, and on access land, provided you put them back on lead the moment you see livestock. Well done, guys. Right, and let's carry on. So, as I was saying, the more popular the routes have got, the more eroded some of the tracks have become. Just before we turn over the dam, I'll point to where I often walk for one of my longer walks that links up with Sowerton. And that particular track, people have made a second track because the first one nearest to the reservoir has been eroded. Good guys, well done. I don't want to speak too early, but considering how much it was tipping down on the way here, we're doing alright. This is one of my favourite trees. I have several favourite trees, as you know. This one in particular frames particularly nicely if the water is overspilling to take photos of a dam, and it's got really happy lichen on it and moss. speaking to friends who do sort of environmental studies and things, this moss is a really good indication of healthy air up here and a healthy sort of area. And I must say it does feel healthy, whether that's an illusion, but you feel you can really take deep breaths up here and it just feels good. So there we go, looking back behind us, it's that time of year where we've got muted sort of greens. We haven't got the real vibrant variety of spring, for example, but we haven't got autumn colours yet. They're just starting to turn. You can see the ferns are always the first to go, so they're turning brown, and then everything else goes from that. We are running a little bit early at the moment. Another happy tree. Just watching my footing. That's definitely a cow footprint. Having cattle up here, in my opinion, on this particular section, doesn't work because you can't get away from them. And it's fine if you're just heading out on your walk because you change direction, but if you're just coming back from a long walk, suddenly having to add another mile or so isn't always ideal. Ponies aren't so bad because they'll generally move out the way. You clap your hands and send them on. It's not as easy having the dogs on lead at all. People ask me why my dogs are off lead. Most people understand. Mainly because it gives them a lot more exercise. If your dog's on lead, you've got to go about 4 times further to give them the same amount of exercise. But also, when like myself, you have balance issues and things, having your dogs on lead, it can make it very easy to trip over them. Good boy. People have still got a few thistles left. Well done, guys. So you'll just have to picture, or go and find one of the videos of my other walks. I've got plenty of videos of this Meldon dam overspilling with water. But as you can see, it isn't at the moment. Now I'm planning on going to Wales next week. I still can't decide whether I am or I'm not. I'll let you know when I get back whether I did or didn't go. But the fact that it could be soaking wet and I could be in a wet tent all week, on the plus side, it means that the waterfall walks I want to go on should be pretty amazing. See? It's always a silver lining. Now Otie's walking behind me because that's what I've trained her to do on narrow paths. I haven't looked about training yet with Merlin, and actually with 2 dogs it's working quite nicely, having one in front of me and one behind. Another very happy tree. Look out at that view. Meldon Viaduct out behind us. And there's lambs. And this is why my dogs are on lead. As you can see, no intention of going anywhere. Merlin, leave it. Good. Well done. Well done. So they get rewarded for listening nicely. But this is why I know this area. I know this area very, very well. I genuinely know where I can get away with dogs on and off lead. But you saw how quickly those lambs appeared. If your dogs aren't completely stock proof, just keep them on lead, it's not worth it. So you can see ahead we've got lambs and a pony. Oh bugger, it's not, it's cow. So what I was saying earlier about me not liking cows in this section, this is why. She's now going to panic because she's got nowhere to go, and that means coming back through me. So do I just abort my walk? Cattle should not be out here. They don't benefit anything. They just trample the ground. They absolutely trash the ground. Go on, you can go uphill. Well done. Well done. Oh, she's got a calf with her as well. So I definitely don't want to be messing around with her. Well done. What a sensible cow. So I'm just going to keep moving nice and quickly. And we'll get out of this gate here. And then obviously, this is the reason we are very, very careful closing gates. Well done, you two. Good puppies. Double check that gate's closed. Yep. No, it hasn't. So seeing that cow and her calf there, it is closed. That really highlights just why we're so careful with gates. Now, there will be no livestock through this section. If there is, they shouldn't be. So the same as nowhere else in the country. So dogs can go back off lead. There we go, we can have a bit of a closer look at the dam. And like I say, when that is running with water, that's pretty impressive. I might put one of my videos in the comments of this or the description once it goes live, with a video of that running with water. Okay, let's carry on. That's us now on top of the dam. So we've got the reservoir this side, looking pretty choppy. I wouldn't want to be out on that today. Hey guys! Although the wind has died down. Driving over here, the wind picked up, but this is a lot better. I've walked across this dam some days and you can barely stand up. It really is a little wind tunnel. So we go. Is that a lovely view? Like I say, even on a dull day like today, there's still so much to see and enjoy. Now, can you see there's cow pats on this bridge? On the dam? There should not be. There should never be a cow on here. So someone has left gates open. And I'm very much for putting your dogs on leads around livestock, but I'm also very much for keep control of your livestock. I worked on farms for far too many years to be nice and sort of easy going about it. If you can't be bothered keeping your stock where they should be, it shouldn't happen. Lovely, lovely views. This way, guys. Well done, you two. Look at this choppiness. you get the most amazing reflections, and other days like today. You can hear the pumps of the machinery at work. God, that sky just looks full of rain, doesn't it? Look at that over there. Oh, it's just full of rain, those clouds. Now it shows how we haven't really had a summer. We've had no water shortages. There's been no time where I've not needed to mow my garden. It's always been wet enough. You can just see the sheep heading up for the evening, heading up the hills. And those two sheep there are just below the path we were on, so that shows how they are there. You just can't always see them. Right, I'm going to call my dogs to me. Let's go up this road. Merlin, Oti. Good boy, Merly. Meldon, here. Here. Merlin, here. Right, well that's one of the reasons I don't always live stream out on walk very often. Meldon! Good. Here. Right, so we're going this way. And there's cattle out there. Put the dogs on leads. Merlin, Oti! Good. Merly, come. Merly, come. Good boy. Merlin, come. Good boy. Well done. Now, I really do disagree with this. I've lived on properties where we've got cattle and we haven't turned them out on public footpaths. If we wanted to, we fenced off the footpath, which might not be allowed here, I don't know the legislation, but to walk on either side here, you've got mums and calves. And once you're through these gates, you can't really get away from them. I don't agree with it. We've had a few attacks by cattle recently, but I'm now in a position for me to get back to the car. I've either got to go past these cattle or back to where we had the mum and calf on the very narrow road. So I'm going to choose this way. At least there's plenty of room for the cattle to get away from us if they want to. Yeah, I really don't agree with this. Public rights of way are there for a reason. They should be accessible to all without worrying. The easiest answer would just be to run a fence along this side. But of course, the owners don't want to do that because then they have to come out to their stock daily. Oh well, I'll stop grumbling, but yeah, it's just wrong. So we're looking far browner through here. Good gallows. Touch wood, these are being pretty docile. So It's not so bad at all. They're in okay condition, not great condition, but they are in okay condition. And this is what I don't want. One on its own on the path. But again, it still can get up to the right. It's not one, there's loads. This is the trouble, having worked with cattle, I'm wary of them. So for people not used to them, it's not good. But look at this lovely, lovely view again. So again, we've got the viaduct ahead of us to the left this time. And like I said earlier, we've been so lucky with the weather this evening. This is really a lovely, lovely evening to be out. I don't like the way that one's just walked towards me. Get out of it! Go on! Get out of it! Go on, get away! Get away! Get away! Oti, enough now. Trouble is me shouting will get Oti barking. Good, well done girls. Well done. So again, keep an eye behind you because they will come up behind you. Well done guys, good dogs. And this is why I'd still rather have my dogs on lead through cattle, because it's then not stirring them up or winding them up. But if these guys stampede, then you let your dogs go. What I don't like is like this instance, she's being nice and quiet on the left there, but to be trapped with cattle both sides of you is not ideal by any means. Good boy Merlin. Merlin's being an absolute angel about this. Bearing in mind, I've made sure he's sort of 100% sheep proof. His recall's brilliant, but he hasn't actually seen that much in the way of cattle, so I'm just going to come off the path here, give them a little bit more room, and all I can say is I'm glad I've met them in the open area, and hopefully that's all of them, because once we get down, oh god, there's loads of them, once we get down into the woods here, I'm then struggling. Right, so one behind me is trying to creep up. Oh, it's a good girl. Okay, so we're now next to a green pool, which is looking pretty murky today. It's a shame idiots have been leaving fires around here. This little bit allows camping on it. And the whole section's been trashed. I do feel Dartmoor are trying their hardest to keep people off of moors. Good boy. But that completely defeats the object of them being moors and accessible to everyone. And if they do that, they'll have all public funding taken away. So I play a bit of a stupid game, really. Right, we're just going to have a little look at the green pool from this side. Wow, can you see those midges? Oh, yuck. People think I'm joking when I say I get bitten more here than I do in Scotland. We're still so warm. When you've got warm and water, you get midges. There we go, there's the green pool. Looking at a very murky green. And this, again, I visited all through the year. And it can go from sort of bright emerald sort of green to blue. I think this is the murkiest I've ever seen it, actually. There we go. Usually you have stunning reflections off those rocks. But obviously not today. Isn't it lovely? Definitely somewhere a bit different. Not somewhere to swim. You just wouldn't, there's too much debris down there. But you've got the viaduct up there. So you can see how it all links. And then that green hut is where the car park is. So that's, we've done, nearly done our circular. Right, I think we shall head back. We've been so lucky with the weather. Better not push my luck now. There we go, we'll leave a very murky green pool, the happy trees. It's all a bit special through here, isn't it? Unfortunately, back. It's a bit of a wobbly bridge. Meldon wasn't understandably. Otie's trying to lead him astray. She wants to swim. But I hate to them. They're not going to be swimming today. Again, as always, make sure you latch your gates properly. A gate was left unlatched on this bridge a few years ago. The Shetland ponies that live here got on it and broke the bridge. That was it, out of board for quite a while. Not swimming today, guys, come on. Again, I'm keeping an eye out for livestock. Because I haven't been coming up here as regularly. I don't know whether Shetlands are in the area, but looking at the cow pats, I would imagine they aren't. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, it's just lovely out here. You need times like this. We're heading up to that green roof up there. That's where the car park is. It's the viaduct, looking very grey. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys because I've just got this one hill to finish and you don't want to listen to me puffing and panting my way up this hill. Dogs have decided they haven't done enough exercise, so they're going to play for a bit. But I hope you've enjoyed your walk. Thank you very much for joining us. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. If you have enjoyed this walk, this is not particularly good quality footage because it's live off my phone. But in my Dartmoor Walks albums and my Stunning UK Walks albums and the Scotland Walks albums, you will find some lovely, lovely walks to enjoy that are filmed in much, much higher quality, which I hope you'll like. So take care, everyone. I'll see you again soon.